Yeah.
It's different than what it is. Let's see. Ooh, no, this is a lot smaller too. That's nice, that big ass fucking hose. I can't get the shit. Can't get between the seats.
It's supposed to also come with crevice tools.
Yep, this is the thing that goes on the back for the tools.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna have to put her together.
There's the look at that shoe.
Ooh, shiny.
Oh, no wheels? No wheels!
Then it doesn't, unless maybe there's something inside of the Shop-vac, because it's also supposed to come with filters and other things.
Wait, what?
It's supposed to also come with filters and other things.
That's a big ass bag right there.
Yep.
Just for water?
I don't know. Read the directions. Open her up. Maybe there's something inside.
$1,000.
And I doubt that.
Let's see. There we go. That's how come. Oh, shit. Big old dash. Big old shit right there. Oh, shine.
Directions.
Filters.
And your wheels.
Wheels.
Filters.
Oh.
Big old wheels.
Oh, shit. Wheels for the front.
Yep.
For the filter.
Gonna have to read the directions. It's gonna have real putting together to go do.
Filter right there.
That crevice tool is not much of a crevice. I think we're gonna need some new tools.
This is what I use at my work.
We're gonna need, obviously we're gonna have to order some more crevice tools to go with it.
Here, where's the weed?
Okay. First things first, when you start with this is Misty. Yes. Yeah. The dogs always love to get in your way. If you have pets, you know how it is. Yes, a baby. Yeah, you're such a good girl. Oh, we need to teach you to learn to say, excuse me. Well, does it always startle you? Always makes you scared? Oh. What was that noise coming out your butt? Okay, you gonna leave me? No, you gonna sit right in my way? Okay. All right. With the 4-gallon and 14-gallon, or if you live anywhere besides the U.S., the 15.1 liter or 53 liter, you'll start with them upside down for their first step. For the 16-gallon or the 60.5 liter, you'll start with them upright. The first step is you'll take the bag that has the square. Has the square nut in it. A washer. And it has 2 each of this. There's a plastic bag that has 2 each of these. Now, front has these things. I'm gonna get this camera closer. Okay. This is the front. So, by definition, the opposite side's the back. So, you'll drop it in, and oh wow, it actually landed straight flat. Normally it doesn't. If it doesn't, just keep, you know, moving it around. Oh, I flipped it off. Okay, now it's flat again. Until it goes flat. What, baby? Then you'll take the washer and put it on the screw. Put it underneath, find the hole where it goes through, and screw it into place. Now, because of the fact that the nut up there can't move around, it's going to automatically screw it in. If for some reason it doesn't, you can hold it steady with the eraser from a pencil, because that's the only way you're getting down that length. You'll want to tighten it with a wrench, 7/16, or socket or something else. And I don't have that on hand right now, but that's what you'll do. Then you'll proceed to flip it over like the other sizes. Now, there are 3 different bottom types. There's a type with wheels that you have to tack on to the bottom individually. Then there's the ones that just casters that go on. And then there's this one that's got a dolly. And so it's got the 2 wheels in the back and casters in the front. So the next thing you're going to take is your axle. And a bag that has 2 washers and the funny little hairpin clips. You're also going to take the wheels at this point as well. Take one of your hairpin clips and send it through your axle at any point in time that works for it. You know, in any direction, it doesn't matter, just send it through. Boom. Then one of the washers, and then a wheel. Make sure the flat part, or flatter part, because it's not really flat, the flatter part is toward the outside, and that the not as flat part is toward the inside. So flatter, not as flat. Flatter, not as flat. So make sure the flatter part is to the outside. Then you'll take the tool thing, and it has a hole in it, and you'll send it right on through. Out the other side. Boom. Then another wheel. Now make sure that the not flat part is toward the tool thing, and that the flatter part is toward, well, you now. Then take one of the washers, or the last one I should say, and then send your hairpin pin through it. Boom. Now your wheels are set up. Now, this goes on the back. And I'm told the instructions say that it is a tight fit, so be aware that it will be a tight fit. Alrighty, on. Now, grab the bag with the casters, and as you notice, these ones have plastic washers. Now, not all of them have plastic washers. The plastic washers are not needed for all models. And you'll notice the holes that are for the ones with the casters have the white insert. That white insert allows this top little part here. You can see through the plastic. I'll take it out the plastic. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so it allows this little whatever the heck to click in to place. So you'll have to push down until it locks into place. If it comes with the plastic washers, use them. If it doesn't come with plastic washers, not every model does. See, I thought I was not going to hear a noise or anything, but then it did. It's a very distinct clicking into place. There we go. And now they've been locked into place. Now you can flip them over. Oh, it looks like I'm not all the way in. Push down on one side, it pops up on the other. That's hilarious. Alright, I may have to get a tiny sledge. But for that, I'll wait until my significant other comes home and let him decide if he's going to do that, since this is his. Alright. Now, attaching the handles. I realized I was skipping a step. I don't need to use the sledge. I don't have sockets, so I don't know how great I'll be at this. I'm going to have to wait until my significant other gets home and tells me what he did with the socket sets. But I can at least get them somewhat screwed in, at least by hand. The screws at the bottom. There's a packet that comes with 4 screws. These have holes and go here. So I'm going to hand tighten those in and then flip it over. And I'm not going to bore you guys by sitting here, so I'm going to pause it. Okay, now the next part, it will depend upon what kind of handles you have as to what you do. There's two different kinds of handles. There's one that has like a stair step and is larger, and then there's the smaller handle like this. I have the smaller handle, so I'll be doing the directions with the smaller handle. If you have the other handle, you are going to have to rely on the actual directions, just like with the bottoms. If you had a different bottom, different wheel setup, I shouldn't say bottom, a different wheel setup than mine, it would have been different as well. So just be aware. Alright, for this, you'll need the handle, this next step, and then the package with the handles also comes with these rounded bolts that have nothing on them. They're completely round, and then these nuts with which to screw them on with. You want to spread the handles a little bit so as not to damage your tank. And then you'll just come in from the inside, or actually you'll come in from the outside. Well, the directions say come in from the outside, but then I worry that might leave something to catch from the, well, it's harder to attach from the outside, so ignore me. Attach them from the outside like the directions say. I'm just going to hand tighten these right now just for speed of getting back to the next step for everyone, so that y'all don't have to put up with too much boring stuff with me just hanging out. Once that's tightened down all the way, that'll actually bring them in closer to the body of the tank. It'll pull everything together. At this exact moment in time, I'm not going to take that extra step just for you guys, because I don't want you to. Alright, so for this next step, you'll need the handle and the 2 screws that it comes with. They're flathead Phillips. These ones actually have a way to do it other than a socket, so these ones I actually can screw in, but don't worry, I'm not going to make you guys put up with it taking forever. And I realize I should have moved this sucker since I didn't move the camera. But I wasn't thinking, sorry guys, I didn't mean to be the center of attention on that. Alright, so you'll line it up, and it'll be the bottom hole that you'll be lining up. You'll come in from the inside. And then you'll make sure it's lined up with the 2 bottom holes. And then you'll screw them in. I'm not going to go through the whole shebang because I don't want you guys to get bored, and I'm not good enough at editing to be able to speed up just one part of it. So I'll show it again real fast. And I'll bring the phone in close. See over here, holes. sure it's lined up. Go through. Go through. And bottom holes. Line them up. And screw them in. I will come back and unpause once I get it all done. Alrighty. For installing or replacing the filter cartridge, this is going to be installing because it hasn't been put on there yet. The filter cartridge does not have a top or bottom. It can be run dry or wet. Slide it on there, screw it in and tighten it. And it's on. And all you have to do is flip it over. Put that on there. And you're on. If you're doing something with fine dust and debris, there's a disposable filter bag that you can use. That actually is recommended to use with it if you're doing fine dust and debris. Some models have one that slides, this mouthpiece here that slides up, and the ones that slide up, you slide it off and then hook it onto here, and then slide this cardboard into the spot that it slides into. But the ones that don't have the slide into one, you just put it in there and place it on there. The one that doesn't slide on and off, you just gotta make it work. Place it all the way on, all the way down. And then you've got your vacuum bag. Allows for easier cleanup of the inside so that you don't have to keep cleaning it out. But this is only dry use. If you're going to have any wetness at all, this has got to come out. And you only do the Shop-vac without this. You can still have the filter cartridge on in a wet thing, but do not use this in a wet situation. They recommend always cleaning it out before you store it. Luckily, I haven't used it yet, so it's really easy to clean it out before I store this guy. But that's what they recommend. Always clean it out before you store it. And here you have the hooks on the back to wrap the cord around. Just store the cord out of the way. I hope this was helpful. And I'm sorry for the times I didn't have the machine front and center perfectly. If I ever figure out how to do real editing, I will edit and get that cut out and put in something that's not as, you know. And then here on the back, we have the spots for the tools. The extensions, the add-ons. Well, I guess I should put this guy on an edge. This is supposed to wrap around these. I assume, because otherwise where else does the cord go? Because I don't see another spot for the cord, haha, unless you're just going to wrap it around the handle. So I'm assuming that's for the cord. Well, I guess this doesn't have to go down there. This could go up here, huh? Both sides of this appear to be identical. So if that stands to be true, and I'm screwing it in there instead of the tube out the, because it shows this being screwed in there. There's your vacuum. Oops, okay, that's not a good spot for him. Now this right here is for the blower feature, because some of them have the ability to work as a blower, and if for that you would hook this instead of up to the vacuum on the front, you would hook it up back here to the blower in the back. But we'll be using it as a vacuum, so I'm going to leave it front. I feel like it should have something that tightens it down, but I didn't have any parts that came with it that did that, so I'm going to assume that that's all I get, and that's what I have. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope it was helpful. I hope it... Oh, one last thing. If you use it, since it is a Shop-vac, and Shop-vac can be used for wet cleanup as well as dry, if you use it for wet cleanup, this right here at the front, don't forget to take that bag out. Do not forget, take that bag out. Make sure you do not do it wet with that bag in it. But if you do wet, that's how you drain the water. And there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was helpful.